Hello. Welcome to Diski Fundis podcast. This pot is cooking. I know the finals are coming of the Champions League, but there are so many things. People are excited. Mpho, we need credibility because they say we talk a lot of stuff that are from the top of our head. So Mpho is going to give us credibility. Lufuno is here. If you thought Lufuno supports you, be you Simba, be you Yanga, be you Pirates, gone. Kaizer Chiefs are in the Confed. Lufuno is supporting nobody. Serge last week mentioned other things that did not sit well with me, so I had to bring him back. Because Fox we will see when we talk about the finals next week. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you.
We will start there with the new entrant, because this is not...
What's going on?
Kaizer Chiefs is coming to the Confed Cup. In the words of Dr. Patrice Motsepe, president of CAF, it's very good that Kaizer Chiefs are in continental football.
A healthy Kaizer Chiefs makes for a healthy South African Football Association in terms of, them being there. So we are glad that they found a way through the Nedbank Cup. I know a lot of people might think that, Kaizer Chiefs, are they ready? We ask ourselves that question, are they ready at this point in time?
Don't say a lot of say, we are asking.
We are asking if they are ready, in that sense. But they do find themselves there. And right now they need to gear up and prepare for, obviously, Africa. It's been a very long time since, obviously, Gavin Hunt led them to the final and others took over. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
So, Lufuno, your loyalty, you supported Pirates. You said they're going to get to the semi-final. You were for that one that got Yanga out. You were... Next season, you are home.
Course for life.
You're not supporting anybody. You are fully...
We're back. We are here.
You are here. Mpho, looking at the way things are on the continent, for a man that's a newsman, the man that goes... It must be exciting to look at all these teams. You're looking at Kaizer Chiefs. Do they have the squad that's going to be able to get them there? Is the team ready for continental football?
No, I don't think so.
I
don't think Kaizer Chiefs.
Me, I agree. By the way, I agree. They're not
look, you obviously go back and look at their form in the league. I think it's an indication of where they are as a team. You can win a cup. A cup tournament is 5 games and you won it. League is a marathon, right? For me, that's the indication. That's where you need to fix. So they still need to go into the market and beef up certain positions. Going into their next 2 games, you look at their options in defense with Miguel suspended, with Cross suspended, Given Msimango injured, Dotley injured.
Oh, it's a hospital, Mos.
Yeah.
Frostler injured.
And Frostler injured. It's just...
Wyclef saying a song, someone please call 911.
But then Mpho cannot say they're not ready, and he mentioned about 5 players that are not playing currently. I think we need to differentiate the local football and the continental football. It's completely different ball together. But I'll tell you why. Mpho, when you play with me every day, you've got a better understanding of who I am and what I offer. But in Africa, it's always a closed book. And we're talking about a Kaizer Chiefs that was there before. They went to the final of the Champions League without signing a single player. So using the very same DDC players that they promote.
But Lufuno.
So for me,
hold on. I hear you, and because you used to say the finals. Here's the thing. When you say it's a balanced race to be able to run, you need to be able to run the Champions League run and your league run. And in the last one, Chief, you were close to relegation. That's why Gavin wanted to go. Sir, do you see them running both competitions very well? Because that's my understanding.
True.
And without even having to try, Sundowns is running that. They're saying the league is this thing and this is where we are.
100%.
Do you see Kaizer Chiefs being able to be in that? Can they afford, can they run both?
It's going to be difficult because obviously when you then start tearing down mandates for a coach to say, now that we're in Africa, we've got domestic, we've got the league, like Mpho said, the league doesn't lie. And I think in any team, even when we start assessing, to say we might not know a team called Pyramids. We look at where they are in the log to say, do we take them serious or do we not take them serious? If Kaizer Chiefs is a team that's languishing in number 9, number 7, but they're in the Champions League or in the Confederations, the teams that play them might not look at it as a threat. And Chiefs now then is to say, where do I look at myself? Do I look at myself as a team that wants to run this league, this race of a Champions League, or do I want to secure myself in the Premiership? I think that Kaizer Chiefs, where they are now, yes, they've made it through Nedbank, but I think the priority is to fix the challenges locally before they can start thinking about international.
There is something called an open checkbook. Can they give Nabi the open checkbook? Hello, Faisal. Hello, Mr. Mayet. But looking at those things, Mpho, because you've got to look at who Kaizer Chiefs will then be playing against, and because continental football takes a toll on its people.
Fadlu Davids is in the final of the CAF Confederation Cup. He took over a team that has failed to win the league in the last 3 seasons. They've underperformed. I mean, I saw them losing 5-0 to Yanga in a depth, which is unheard of. Now, what did he do when he arrived? He signed 15 players, quality players, and they totally changed the squad, right?
Very much so.
They've competed on the domestic scene. You know, they're just 4 points behind Young Africans with the game in hand. There's 3 games left for Yanga. They're in the final of the CAF Confederation Cup. Now that must tell. That's what Kaizer Chiefs needs to do. They need to
Madam To, why
look
do you have
at
to
the
go
squad.
far? You need to be able to say, Sundowns are champions of. Do you still want to wait, or you can declare them?
No, they are.
Champions of Betway, and they're in the finals of the CAF Champions.
Exactly.
That is running a solid race.
Yeah.
You look at Ahly, they've been winning the Champions League and winning the Egyptian League. But gentlemen, in the words of Lekoko, there is a man that is known for beating Sundowns in cup competition. Yet Sundowns have no problem beating Ahly. Enter Jose. Sex, let's start with you.
He had to throw this one to me. Yeah, enter Jose. Got his stripes, earned his merits, and like you said before, his CV has been beefed up with the success that he's got in Orlando Pirates.
So in the words of Bobby Mutawung, they've upped his profile.
They've upped his profile. His profile's been upped, and he's then going to be able to get to a team that will demand a lot from him. We've seen.
Being number 2 is not going to cut it.
It's not going to cut it, and probably with him, rumors are saying that he will be the highest paid coach on the continent. They will not take it easy on him. So let's see how it goes. Definitely he has to win the Champions League. There's no other way. That's the mandate for him.
Lufuno, the personality that is Jose is now going to be tested because, one, the toes of that side are very brutal. The legends of Ahly are very brutal. Jose's got a different animal to deal with when he gets that side.
Most definitely, because the players themselves that are there are big name players that he's going to coach compared to the Cocomelon that he was coaching at Pirates, where he will say they will listen. There, he'll get challenged by the players themselves, get challenged by the legends. An Ahly team is not a team that goes 2 games without winning, and then there's no noise. So it's going to be very, very brutal. So you gotta have to be very, very much prepared for such an assignment. It's going to be very tough.
Mpho, when you look at it, with what Jose has in terms of that, because now he's at a team that has got no budgetary restraint or constraint in terms of being able to do that. Should Pirates be worried? Because there's a certain petty.
No, man. You see, Jose, the kind of person that he is, you can see many respect the brand. I don't think he's going to come back and be poaching. I don't see him doing that. Yes, I know there's been talk of really being on the radar of Ahly at some point, but the kind of person that he is and the kind of respect he seems to have for I don't see him doing that. Because they can still...
No, Lufuno will close his ears. Is the Saleng deal now awake again?
Selling to Chiefs?
No, to Ahly.
Oh, no.
So even he can revive that?
No.
We tried. But looking at that, now you've got these teams that are coming in the Champions League, they've got teams that are coming in the Confed. You now got... Are Wydad fans going to be happy, or Wydad, are they happy with being in the Confed? Because they want to be in the Champions League, but now they are looking like Confed. How are they taking this?
A very unrealistic group of fans. I mean, there's a game that I watched, I think, just towards the end of last season when they finished 6th. Surely from where they were to be back in CAF Confederation, I think it's a step forward, you know. But they're obviously not happy.
No, because for me it was, and maybe it's a contrast in terms of North Africans and Coach Rilani arrives. You are nowhere in continental football.
Yeah.
That's the reality. Yes, you're going to the US. We see that you've earned that. But now you've got a coach who's saying, let me build this brand of football. The North are going, no, we want results. But this is somebody who moved you from being number 6. You are now in the top, because he was still in the running for the league at a certain time.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at, yes, Bekane have won it, but he was there. You are now in the top 3.
True.
Surely you should have given him more time.
Look, I think his second season would definitely have been better. But you also get the sense that, I don't know if these players sabotaged him, or I don't know, man. There's something
That is not adding up.
Yeah, he leaves, all of a sudden the team is winning.
Yeah.
You know, so
And it's playing good football.
they're playing, yeah, so,
It's very strange.
yeah.
It questions how the North Africans...
So the integrity of the players, or is it the personnel?
For me,
I think maybe, sorry to cut you there, maybe sometimes I think the North Africans have always had a firm grip belief in their heads that they've always been better in terms of the play, technical teams, coaching across the board, right? And when we get into a healthy position to compete and show that we can occupy positions, not just from a player perspective, but from a coaching perspective, I think there's still a rigid adjustment that has to happen with some of the people that are in these football teams, because the soon as you get 2 or 3 lackluster results, they're already on top of our people.
As a closing thing, and I know they're going to kill us because we've run out of time. Pirates, do you see anybody who's a coach that's to continue top of mind? He's not a coach.
No, to be quite honest, I don't know about the Pizzo conversation, but I see them going the Pirates route and getting a coach that we don't know, a foreign coach. That's what I see.
So another one, CV Lambile.
Another CV Lambile, another Plama.
Pagania, please get somebody with a better CV, because this, but maybe it works. Lufuno, anybody comes to mind?
with Pirates, you're never going to predict. They do their things in closed doors. You might be surprised tomorrow they announce a new coach.
Okay. Mpho, news people, any new coach there that you see?
Look, look, it does seem it would be a European coach who not many of us know. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wananji, welcome back to Champions League. Don't listen to Lufuno, get a coach with pedigree. Because that's going to be important. Get Faisal. That will help. We'll see you next week. And next week, when we come, we're talking finals. This thing has got a pulse. It's coming to Pretoria. See you next week. Bye-bye.